Okay, so I think this is the quickest and easiest way to be able to kind of do something whole school, but break it up so that you're targeting year groups. So, what I've done really is just sort of read the emails and then tried to recreate what you're looking to do. So I've created here New School Learning Snapshot, which is a new framework that I've made in the builder. And what I'm doing then is I'm going to deploy it by year group. So you can see here, I've created one of those for year seven, one for year eight, and one for year nine. So all I did when I created it was come into here, select the survey, and mine's called, I think it's New School. There it is. And then in here in the observation tags, if I wanted to, then I can put into here year 10, create that tag, and then let's just put a name in here. So I'll put in year 10 as well, so it's easy to find. You might want to put year 10, the focus area, and be specific in your title, and then you can see it listed nicely on your dashboard, and you can search and find it. And what that's done then is created this one as well. So as we mentioned sort of briefly yesterday, adding the observers, you can either add a selection that are going to do all of the walks if you want to do, or you can just do the ones here that are going to do the year 10 one. So it wouldn't matter if you added a long list of people, because as I mentioned yesterday in the walks, they may find that there's a long list of observations, but they can just click and do the ones that they need to do. So you can conclude the activity when everybody's done their visits. So that's kind of how it's set up, and as you can see, individually by year groups, and because we're adding each tag individually on that, we're creating a filter then that we can use on the dashboard. So I've already sort of done this walk, not the year 10 one, but with those other three. So if I come into the dashboard now and take a little look, you'll get an idea just to answer the question really about the filters. So if I come into here and I take a look for the survey. So if I come in and look for the new survey, where was it? There it is. Then that'll bring up those walks that I've done. So it'll bring up the three walks there, 7, 8, and 9. It gives me an average score for each one. So I can see at a glance, really, that's an aggregate outcome, and I can compare that with my average in school. This gives me the total amount. So this is all of those three combined, because essentially what that's showing me is just that one observation, that learning walk that I created, the New School Learning Snapshot 24. So that's kind of that one, as is that. And that's all of those three different year groups combined. If I now want to kind of break that up and find out more, I can apply another filter. So I can also filter by year 7. And as I do that, it will then break it up again. So you can see here just the year 7 one, and then how that one looks as well. If you want to download it, you can just click there and you can take that away if you want to use that in a report or anything like that. And obviously the same there as well. If I go across to the headlines, it'll apply the filters in the same way. So here's my 2 year 7 teachers, the 2 classroom visits. Because I've still got on here the filter for year 7 and that learning snapshot, that one that I'd created. If I want to now remove that one and take that one away, it'll show me, let me just clear that, sorry, and let's go back into here, filter by survey, and that's the one that I've just done. Then it'll show me all of the staff, the year 7 staff, the year 8 staff, and the year 9 staff. So there was 2 in each of my year groups, just really when I did the test. So you can see all of them, and then obviously you got some good insight there to be able to use as well. If I go back to the dashboard, and just if we want to kind of take that away in a report, let's say here if we look at year 7 again, and we click on here to view this, and this is what we download in the PDF. As we come down to the quality of education down at the bottom, we can see first of all, each individual visit. And down here, in this area, what we can see here on each of those lines of inquiry that are in the report, we can see then what it looks like all time, and that is that learning walk. So that is the new school learning snapshot that I created, and that's what it looks like combined. So that will be year 7, year 8, and year 9 combined, and this is just the year 7. So we can see what year 7 looks like on each line of inquiry compared to that bigger contextual total. So there's lots of filters and things that you'll be able to apply, but essentially just in that create area, we were setting them up. Just going to here, completed, and so you can see we were setting them up there individually as the year groups in that way. So yes, you'll be able to filter when you get to the dashboard and the headlines into the reports, and you'll be able to see the bigger picture, all of them combined, and then that year group compared to that bigger contextual data set. Hopefully that's helpful, and yeah, give Sophie a call, sorry, an email or whatever, if there's anything else.